Hello, everybody. Candlelighting time this evening is 4:16. This Shabbos, we begin reading the second book of the Torah, the book of Shmos, the book of Exodus, and it describes how the slavery began for the Jewish people in Egypt. And the Torah tells us exactly what that slavery, what work they did. They were building. They were building buildings and they were making bricks. And the Torah emphasizes that they were making bricks. And the Medrash explains that Pharaoh himself, in order to get the Jewish people to go out and work, he went out himself and started making bricks, and he invited the Jewish people to come and help him, and he promised them all kinds of good things, and they figured if the king himself is working and inviting us, that is probably a very important thing to do. So they went out, they started working, and they'd take a look. They were surrounded by Egyptian guards, and the slavery began. And the Rebbe asked the question, why is the Torah emphasizing they were making bricks? Why is it? What's the difference? What building material they used? And the Rebbe explains that when you're building a building, there are several ways of which kind of material you can use. You can build it out of stones, for example, or you can build it out of bricks. What's the difference between a stone and a brick? A stone is not something new. A stone is something which was here in the world which God created. A brick, on the other hand, is something new. Mankind makes bricks. People make bricks. You take a few items, you put it together, and you got a brick. So the Rebbe explains that our goal in this world is we have to build a building for Hashem. What does it mean, build a building for Hashem? We have to turn this world into a home for the Almighty. That means that the Almighty should feel that this world is a world where He's comfortable in dwelling in this world, and that means, in other words, there should be revealed godliness. And how do we bring this about? Either through stones or through bricks. Stones means that we're serving God with something which was already in the world which God created. All the physical, material things in the world were created by God, and we take these things and we change them into doing a mitzvah. We use them for doing a mitzvah. For example, we take the skin of an animal and we make it into tefillin. We take the wool of a sheep and we make it into tzitzis. Or we take a lulav and an esrog, or we take a matzah, we bake flour, we take flour and water, we make matzah, we eat it on Passover. These are all physical and material things that we are using to serve God. There's another way that we can serve God, and that is through something new that we created. And that means that when we change darkness into light, that light is something new. We brought that light into the world through doing the mitzvah. The light was not here before. So the Rebbe explains that when we have to do a mitzvah, and suddenly our animal soul comes. We have a godly soul and an animal soul. The godly soul says to do a mitzvah, to learn Torah, to give tzedakah, and the animal says, don't be occupied with that. You should better be occupied with enjoying the physical pleasures of the world. So when we have a suggestion like that from the animal soul, who tries to drive us away from doing a mitzvah, and we have some sort of obstacle, some sort of challenge, some sort of difficulty in doing the mitzvah, and we fight against that difficulty, we fight against that temptation, that obstacle is darkness. And when we fight against it, and we do the mitzvah, and we do study Torah, we just changed darkness into light. And that is the concept of serving God by building His home out of bricks. And I think we're almost finished with this home. We've been working for 2,000 years, actually over 3,000 years, by building this home, making this world into a dwelling place for God. And as soon as we're complete with the building, which seems to be just moments away, we'll be able to welcome Mashiach, who will take us out of exile. And that should happen very, very soon. Have a wonderful and meaningful Shabbos.